The STAR test, you have to know about words and the manipulation of words, making those words form sequential organized fashion so the reader knows you're command of the composition when it actually comes to the STAR test. Because this year they're talking about expository and personal narratives, and they're going to deal with things. Last year the scores didn't count, but this year they actually count. We're going to talk about the difference between the persuasive and the narrative. These are the things that are common core objectives. We're going to talk about the sentence, the simple, compound, complex, declarative, imperative, interrogative. These things are important. All the points with period, colon, comma, dash, bracket, hyphen, parentheses, exclamation points. We're going to have noun, pronoun, verbs, adverbs, preposition, interjection, conjunction, article. That's important when it actually comes to the composition. We're going to talk about vocabulary is indicative of the grade level. You don't expect you to write like a high school student or a college, but you're only in the fourth grade. These are the things we're going to actually deal with when we actually come to the composition transfer. Penmanship and legibility. Needness to understand what you're writing, because the Scantron grades are reading it in the math, but a human being doesn't sit down and actually grade the writing composition. That's why it's writing penmanship, and neatness is really important because you only have 2 days on the composition. You're going to leave an expository and a narrative. You'll be able to write on the things, the setting, the characters, the problems, the doings, the dialogue, and putting the seasoning and the flavor in your writing. So teachers know you have to understand these are the things transferring your voice. Now, who can repeat everything I just said? Who can repeat everything I just said? Can you? Oh, here we go. Students, we have a volunteer. She's going to repeat everything I just said. Ready? Go.
I don't know.
Let's see. This guy in the red shirt, he's going to repeat everything I just said. Yes. Anyone? Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
How many of you been in class and when your teacher was teaching it sounded like they were saying, now remember on the STAR test, the blah 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 blah. Well, students, look this way. Let me show you what blah 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 sounds like. Students, did you know all over the country it's time for your teachers to take their tests? But watch this. Did you know Miss Arterberry is talking about these things right here, like this morning before the workshop started? Some of your teachers are looking at the paper and going, blah, 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 blah. In your professor's class, blah, 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 blah. Everyone, blah, blah, blah is the sound of what? What does peanut butter do in your mouth that jelly does not do? Peanut butter does what? It sticks.
It sticks.
The STAR test is a peanut butter test. They want to know what's stuck to your brain and what went in one ear and not the other.